Slim, dog.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hey, run that shit up, Chase.
I got a cheese. 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 I got a cheese.
Streets of Radio LA, man. We are broadcasting live from Baltimore, Maryland, man, via Los Angeles, California, man. I'm your host, Big Homie Smiles, man. You can follow me online on Instagram, man, at big_homie Smiles with a Z, man. That is my man, Been Ready. Been ready on the ones and twos, man. Been ready like we been ready to keep getting this stimulus check, man. Money bag Joe, we need that $2,000 a month, man. Been ready like we been ready to keep elevating in the community, man, because we are the ones that make this world a better place, man. Y'all listening to my boy Jamil, Ghetto Blues, man. He's incarcerated right now. He's doing his thing, man. Out here, man, we about to push his rated R ENT record label, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Jamil, man. My man, you know, work with me, reached out to me, asked me to help him out and push his music, man. We trying to get him free. We trying to get his music, you know what I'm saying, to the next level. He working hard out here, man, investing in himself, man. I appreciate Jamil for reaching out to me, man. Today's podcast is going to be a great podcast. I'm talking about wonderful things today. The title of my show is called Are You in Good Hands, man? The purpose of this podcast is to encourage my people to invest in themselves. In our community, due to systematic racism, right? We lack awareness. We miss out on teachable moments when it comes to planning and securing financial stability for ourselves, for our loved ones. I live in a generation of quantity over quality. You know what I'm saying? People rather have a multitude of things instead of something that is quality. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just be that quality thing may not come in 4 or 5, may just be two or one. You know what I'm saying? So my generation I live in is quantity over quality, and they worry about how fast they can get rich and quick. You know what I'm saying? It's the get quick rich era. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking how to get that quick dollar. When you investing in yourself, it's not about what's in your account. It's not about your assets. When it comes down to it, it's about what will happen when I die. How will my money be taken care of? How will my family be taken care of when I'm no longer here, right? What does it cost to bury me? A lot of times, you know, especially in the younger generation, people are unaware that life insurance is very important. Burying you costs, you know what I'm saying? It costs more than sometimes even getting married, you know what I'm saying? So we have to take into consideration making sure that we put insurance and invest in insurance, you know what I'm saying, on our lives and our loved ones. Another thing I want to talk about is making sure your life is insured is the biggest investment you can make. I want to leave my audience with something to think about when it comes to investing in yourself. So before I kick off my podcast, every time I get on my show, I'm going to make sure that I'm doing my part in preaching and making sure that my people know about things that was never taught, or we never thought to go and look to get that information. I want to always talk about inventors of the 20th and 21st century. I'm going to give y'all a couple inventors. This first inventor, his name is George Washington Carver. His invention is the dyes, right? So that's DYES. For those of you who are not familiar with dyes, when this COVID thing started happening and CDC was encouraging, you know, people to go out and get masks, and as well as people to make their own masks, but using a certain type of material. It's DYES material that they were using because it's a thick material and it's a cloth, so it can help prevent the spread of the COVID. So this is something that you didn't know. The more you know, you feel me? So the date was approximately 1920 that this invention was made. The reference to Black in Science, H. Carwell. 1977, The Man Who Overcame, Eliot. 1971, The Secret Life of Plants, Tompkins and Boyd. 1973. So Carver made dyes from a myriad of plant substances. His extraordinary work helped to solve a national emergency at the onset of World War I. Now look at that. Before I continue, his invention helped the national emergency. Are we not in a national emergency right now with this COVID process? Come on, it's working yet again. Okay, so to solve a national emergency at the onset of World War I, when there was a shortage of dye stuff, Carver invented 536 separate dyes from the leaves, roots, stems, and fruits of 28 plants, which were used to color wool, cotton, linen, silk, and leather. 49 of Carver's dyes were invented from the Scuppernong grape alone. Come on. Now, I just want to let y'all know that being a person with the green thumb and being this is super, because what Dr. Carver, what George Washington Carver did was he took plants and converted it into cotton, wool, silk, and leather. Come on. And we're using the dyes right now with the what? Hold on, my manager is saying something to me. What'd you say? What'd you say? Say it. And the dye in your clothes. And also he used the color, he used the dye for your clothes too as well. Thank you. She's always helping me out. I love you, manager. I love you, manager. So also I want to give a reference to How High, because he was also a botanist in the movie. He used all type of plants to create wonderful medicines, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to know we out here creating and inventing. The next invention was an engine 2-cycle gas. This was a contributor by Frederick M. Jones. The date is December 28th, 1950. The patent's number is 2523-273-2337, 164-2850, and 001. Besides the highly durable and cost-efficient 2-cycle gas engine, Jones also invented the mechanism that started and stopped gas engines. He continued in 1958, inventing a control for internal combustion. I mean, come on. We drive, we use an engine, and we use the 2-cycle gas, okay? It's more improved now, you know what I'm saying? But we invent engines. Come on, man. Not only did we invent the stoplight, we invent the engine that go in the car so we can stop at the stoplight. Come on, man. Come on, we out here. The last invention that I'm going to read is the engine rotary. This is contributor is B.H. Taylor. The date is April 23rd, 1878. Taylor's invention was an aero-type engine in which crankcase and cylinders were arranged radially around a horizontal shaft. It was very similar to engines used in propeller-driven airplanes. So my man invented, you know what I'm saying, that intake. You know how you be in drag races? Come on. He was the first man to make their car go super fast. He used a propeller-driven. What? Do you know how fast airplane propellers go? Super fast. I know that car was taking off. They was out of there, man. Boy, we out here starting everything in the world. We like the soldier boy of the world. Black people, we are like the soldier boy of the world. We invented everything. We started everything. What did you talk about? Big Draco. That concludes my inventions for this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Next podcast, I will be talking about the legendary Grandmaster Flash and his contributions to hip hop. Because I know some people that is out here, these young people rapping, don't have a clue of how he is the reason why your music sounding the way it do, the way it's chopped up, you know what I'm saying? The way, you know, it's a lot to go with. But we're going to get back to my topic. Are you in good hands? And that is to start with investing in yourself. So I want to give my people a complete definition of what investment is. So investment is the action or process of investing money for profit or material result. Investment is the action or process of investing money for profit or material result. Investment is an asset acquired or invested in to build wealth and save money from the hard income or appreciation. So when you're looking at hard income, when you're looking at investment, that's the money that you get automatically. You're getting that money in your hand. Or you have the type of investments that appreciate. So those are the monies that you put in, like real estate, you put in like stock, bonds, CDCs. So for more people that don't know what too much of those are like different forms of stock that you can put money into, and it builds maturity after a certain amount of years. So we always want to make sure that we are building our assets and investing. Investment is primarily made to obtain an additional source of income or gain profit from the investment or a specific period of time. So when we're dealing with investments, we are counting on that investment to generate money for us automatically, but we're also looking for that investment to generate a certain amount of money based on the type of money that you put into the investment. So the reason why I'm talking about investment is because it is important for us to invest in life insurance. I have to stress that a lot, because especially in our community, in our Black and brown community, people don't really put an emphasis on life insurance. We just, hope that our family is going to come together like some African village, you know what I'm saying, and do the right things, you know what I'm saying, put in the pot, everybody got a pot. The reason why I say African village, I don't want nobody to think I'm discriminating, but in a lot of African cultures, they have this thing where people put money in a pot and say like it'd be like $10,000, you know what I'm saying? So whatever or however amount of money, is no limit to the money, but it's different people that in your family or in your community you trust, or you have some confidence in, that is going to put that money back when it's your time to come around. So everybody put money in the pot, you know what I'm saying? You use the money accordingly. So, but in our community, you know what I'm saying, we don't have really like the Black and brown American side, you know what I'm saying? We really have those type of, you know what I'm saying, things in our community set in place to, prepare us for when our time comes, when God call our number. Now, life insurance is something that is not talked about in the Black and brown community, and being buried and paying for funeral costs can be very expensive. You never know when something is going to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? We all pray and count that we're going to wake up tomorrow, but the reality of it is we don't know. No one knows the time nor the place. That's what the Bible say, So I want to read to you guys what life insurance is, the definition, so you guys can have a clear understanding of what life insurance is. Now, I was going to have a guest who is actually a life insurance agent, but he's out there making money and everything like that. He's out there making money. So sometimes, you got to put things on hold, but I did my due diligence, and I learned myself on, life insurance, because I don't have life insurance myself. So the reason why I'm talking about this, because I'm uninsured, and I also want to help other people know that, and encourage people to get life insurance like I'm about to get, you know what I'm saying, soon. Now, the definition of life insurance: insurance that pays out a sum of money either on the death of the insured person or after a set period. So when you're putting life insurance on yourself, you have a couple forms of life insurance. Now, the two that I'm familiar with is the two that I'm going to be talking about today is term life insurance, and then you have whole life insurance. Now, term life insurance, I'm not going to get too much into it. It's just a more affordable type of life insurance. Now, whole life insurance is still life insurance, but it's a better package deal with, helping with cost and distributing money if you have any. You know what I'm saying? It can be real, because for your whole entire life until you're 65, because for those of you who don't know, you're betting on living when you get whole life. And also, once you hit the age of 65, you're no longer insurable. So it's better to get insurance while you're young. So I asked myself this question when I was me and my partner, when we was looking at insurance. This is some questions that we had to ask ourselves: is why is it important to have life insurance? Most people would give you the automatic answer, well, because you have money and you want to make sure that your money is given to the right people that you said you was going to give money to. Or some people might say you have life insurance so that you can get buried. Those two things are correct, but it's a little bit more deep. So I'm going to just let you guys know what's going on. So life insurance is important because it protects your family and it lets you leave them a non-taxable amount at the time of your death. That's important. It is also used to cover your mortgage and your personal loans, such as your car loan. Your individual life insurance follows you when you retire and you are no longer insured by your employer. Now, when they talk about this type of life insurance, more than 9 times out of 10, they are referring to whole life insurance. Okay. So as I get further into the show, you guys will understand what whole life insurance is. because that does follow you for the rest of your life, and it does help you once you are no longer insured by your employer. You know what I'm saying? If you work, you know what I'm saying? So another question that I had to ask, that we had to ask each other and we had to ask ourselves, do you really need life insurance, right? Because a lot of times when you young and you living a life and you just moving all around, you trying to get this money, you trying, just enjoy your life, you're not really thinking about death, you know what I'm saying? Because you're too busy living, right? So you don't really like put that in your mind, like dying, who's going to pay for my death? Because when you are a person that maybe don't have children, or you know what I'm saying, or maybe you do have children, maybe you think that if your parents are still living, maybe you think your parents are got something stashed away for you when you die, so you're going to be taken care of. A lot of times 8 out of 10 families, especially Black and brown families, are not insured and don't have insurance. That's why you see a lot of times on the social media platforms, you have the GoFundMe accounts, you know what I'm saying? People are trying to do things to try to gather money to help bury them, because burying you can cost over $20,000. I can just tell you that. That's like a wedding, you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, how you treat yourself when you get married, you should want to treat yourself like that when you die. You know what I'm saying? It's no different. You shouldn't want to, put living over your death. You know what I'm saying? It should be equally. Life and death. Life and death should be on the even. You know what I'm saying? So you want to always make sure you prepared. So you need life insurance only if anyone would be put at risk or suffer financially because of your death. Now, remember, I said a lot of times in our community, we don't have a clear understanding of why it's important to get life insurance. And when you get life insurance, when you don't get life insurance, that means that you're leaving your family with debt. You know what I'm saying? Unanswered debt that they had to, you know what I'm saying, try to handle for you, especially if it's tied into house mortgages, car loans, things like that. You want to make sure that, financially everything is handled. And if you don't really have any money maybe saved up in assets or stocks or anything, at least, you know what I'm saying, your life is going to be an asset to your family once you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Again, because you was always an asset to them, but even more so when you're no longer here. So there are 4 circumstances when insurance is typically necessary, right? So the four circumstances are going to be college planning, to build cash value, and estate taxes, I'm sorry. And also when you are doing any type of coverage that is affordable on your life. You know what I'm saying? When you're looking for affordable life insurance. What are reasons people buy insurance for? This is the reason I had to ask myself, because I was like, I'm thinking like, hey, maybe my mother got something lined up for me, you know what I'm saying, when I die, you know what I'm saying, as far as insurance. Maybe I'll be taken care of. I never really even put in my mind life insurance, you know what I'm saying, because I don't have children, you know what I'm saying? So I always assumed that life insurance was more so for people, you know what I'm saying, who have kids and who have, assets and homes and, you know what I'm saying, things to leave someone, you know what I'm saying? Now I have a partner and we have a family, but before I wasn't really, thinking about, life insurance. I'm just going to keep it a buck. So I know other people are like that. So I just want to make sure y'all know and understand that's not a good mindset to have. You need life insurance. So what are reasons people buy insurance, right? People buy insurance for a number of reasons. They buy insurance for final expenses. That's to cover your obituaries, to put you in the ground costs. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay the people at the funeral home for getting you together. You got to pay the person that's going to dress you. You got to pay the person that's going to put makeup on you. You also got to pay the person that are holding, that's bring you to the church. You got to pay the people to take you out of church. You got to pay for the funeral car, depending on how many funeral cars you're going to have. Then you got to pay for the tomb. I didn't know. This is a lot of stuff. You got to pay for your tombstone, man. I thought that when you paid, you gave the money for the, because I had to bury my dad, you know, God rest his soul. And I put up like a little $750 thinking that was, you know, ooh, I'm putting up something. No. We just had enough to bury him, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing that he needs a tombstone. We just paid for the plot. Now he needs a tombstone. That's something totally separate. And the tombstone costs, you looking at a quick stack to 2,000 for the tombstone. So people buy life insurance, excuse me, for people out there that are listening in, you Spotify, Apple, and Google. I'm sorry, I'm taking a brief second to take some water. My mouth is dry. Woo! Shout out to Deer Park, man. 100% natural spring water, established 1873. Get you some. That was a cool plug, you know what I'm saying? One day, y'all sponsor me, and you know we can do some commercial runs if y'all need. I got you. Townhouse Media is the person that sponsored me. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So get at us, man. We looking for all type of sponsorships. Yeah, feel me? That's my man. Been ready. Motherfucker, ones, twos. Okay. So some other reasons why people purchase life insurance. We have final expenses. We have children to cover children expenses, because depending on the type of life insurance you got, you never know when your children are going to die. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you know what I'm saying, later before you always will hope that the kids die after you. You know what I'm saying? But you never know when God's plan. So when God is ready for people to go, you know what I'm saying, he blessing them. So you got your children's expenses. Then, you know what I'm saying, you have people buy life insurance just in case maybe that's one of the partners or the spouses wasn't working, or maybe that they realized that once if one of them passed away, that their income will be cut in half, and they wasn't sure how they would, you know, keep up with the finances and everything like that. So people buy life insurance to replace the spouse's income. Because you can get life insurance that sets you good financially. So you always want to look into that as well. You're not hoping that your partner die, but if they do, hey, motherfucker, I'm good, you know? You know what I'm saying? But you always want your partner to live forever. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? So another reason why people buy life insurance is to pay off debts. Remember when I was talking to you earlier about life insurance? Life insurance is to help you clear out debt, and it's non-taxable, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to worry about Uncle Sam coming in there trying to take your stuff, you know what I'm saying? Also, people buy life insurance for business partner shares. You can get life insurance on your business partner, and you can put it on their shares if y'all have stocks together, you know what I'm saying? So just in case somebody kicked the cane, you want to make sure that y'all money that y'all got shared in stocks ain't going to the government in the interstate. That's what they call that, when you ain't got no will, nothing like that. And another reason also is to pay off estate taxes, you know what I'm saying? So if you have you put your money into an estate, you can use that part of your life insurance to pay off the estate taxes. Now, another question that we asked ourselves was, at what age should you get life insurance? Remember, I told you, like, you know, being young, you know, I'm in like my mid 30s right now. You know what I'm saying? I know I look good. That black don't crack. And I smoke that good gas. So I know I'm in my mid 30s right now, but when I was young, you know what I'm saying, in my 20s, my early 20s, I wasn't even thinking about, you know, life insurance. So I had to ask myself, like, when is a good time to get insurance? So I did a little bit of research, and my research came up with that is good to purchase now young people, listen to me, young people. I wish I had my gavel right here, but I need y'all to listen to me. It is important that you invest in life insurance in your 20s. It is the best time to buy affordable term life insurance coverage, or whole life in coverage, but term life insurance coverage in your 20s. In your 20s just gives you the benefit of being able to cover immediate funeral expenses. It says, even though you may not need it, the term life insurance when you're in your 20s, generally when you're younger and healthier, you're at a lower risk to an insurer, which is why you're offered the most affordable rates. Now, my manager was going to tell me something. Go ahead. What you going to say? And so also people get whole life insurance. Thank you for that quick note. So people get
manager Mike.
My manager, I need to get my manager Mike. Yes. So also people get whole life insurance as well, because if you outlive your whole life insurance, you can take that money and invest it back into something more tangible that you can use, like real estate, cars, you know what I'm saying? Pay off your mortgage, pay off debts. That's money that you can actually get if you outlive, you know what I'm saying, your whole life policy. But we'll get more into that. Excuse me. We'll get more into that as we go into the show. So like I said, so it's important for my young people to understand that it's good for you guys to invest in life insurance now while you're in your 20s, because you looking to pay like $15, $16, you know what I'm saying? And that money can generate for you as you get older, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to be buried and things like that, because depending on the type of whole life insurance or term life insurance, let me tell you, if you get term life insurance, that money is, once you outlive your term policy, you're unable to get that money back that you invested in your term life. Okay. That money goes to the insurance company. It's now their money. You can't get that money back. And also, when you get term life insurance, you're not betting to live, you're actually betting to die, right? Because it's a short term, maybe 10-year life term policy. You know what I'm saying? Most time when if you get that younger in your 20s, you outlive that and you don't get that money back. But if you get a whole life insurance policy, even in your 20s, once you get a certain age and you outlive that whole life policy, you're able to take money out of that policy and use it, you know what I'm saying, and be secure and live comfortably and invest in stocks, and you know what I'm saying, just be in a comfortable position when you're in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and on so forth. So what is term life insurance? So term life insurance is life insurance that provides coverage at a fixed rate of payments for a limited period of time. So when you're looking at term life insurance, you're looking at fixed rates. So that's a very low rate for a certain amount of years, you know what I'm saying, based on what you and the insurance company come up with. Now, what happens to term life insurance at the end of the term? At the end of your term coverage will end. Your payments go to the insurance company your payments to the insurance company will be complete. If you outlive your term life insurance policy, the money you have put in will stay with the insurance company. Term life insurance is not a safe. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. I'm talking a lot. Woo. Sorry. Excuse me. So, term life insurance is not a savings or an investment plan. Hey, Ben, go to a commercial real quick.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Damn.
Hey, this is Ben Ready. Welcome to Townhouse Media's Treetop Radio LA with Big Homie Smiles.
Let's go. We back. That devil trying to stop me. You see that? That devil is trying to work. Not today, devil. That was Ben Ready, sponsored by Townhouse Media. That devil trying to stop me. Look at that devil try cut me off. No, you won't have it. So like I was saying, term life insurance is not a savings or an investment plan. It's not something that you can put your money into and think you're going to get money out of at the end of your term life policy. It's not like a whole life policy, which is like a saving and an investment plan. Because if you outlive your whole policy, you can then take that money out. It's like a savings. It's generating for you. It's an investment. Always want to invest in yourselves. Different types of investment. It's not just about real estate and stocks and stuff. Your life is an investment, people. You have to invest in you. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Jamil, who is currently incarcerated, is doing. He is investing in himself. Ghetto blues. You know what I'm saying? We all been through it. We all been in struggle, but it's about what you want to see out of yourself. How are you going to make money for you? And a good way to do that is putting insurance on your life. So for my people out there who want to know, what is whole life insurance? Whole life insurance can give you a lifelong coverage and provide extra. Listen here. I need y'all to come a little closer. If you're in the car, turn the volume up. Okay. If you're on YouTube, I want you to come a little closer. Come a little closer. Come a little closer, baby. Should have been a singer. So, whole life insurance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, so whole life insurance can give you lifelong coverage and provide extra support during retirement. Remember, I told you earlier that when you get life insurance is to help cover you even when you are retired from work and your employer no longer insures you. Because when you are, say you've been in a government or whatever job for 30 plus, 20 plus years and you retire, your job is no longer obligated to insure you. Excuse me. So you want to make sure that you are taken care of and you are, you know what I'm saying, supported during retirement. Whole life insurance is more complex and it tends to cost more than the term, right? But it offers a little bit additional benefits. So it's a little bit higher. Remember, I was telling you, I live in a generation of quantity over quality. They want the quantity, which is the term. Like, oh, God, just put that in my ear. Look how he do. Term life is the quantity. You see, remember I told you we live in a generation of quantity over quality. So the quantity, okay, baby. Term is the quantity. They want that fixed rate. You know what I'm saying? They don't care if how long, 20 years. Okay, we want that fixed rate. You say I'm gonna be paying $15 for 20 years. Okay, now it only covers me getting put in the ground. That's it. That's all I care about. Boom. That's quantity. But quality is whole life insurance. Quality is going to get you. You're going to have to put a little bit more money into the quality. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that quality is going to give you money at the end. When I bought these Supremes, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Not these Supremes. When I bought these shoes from the plug, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the plug. These shoes right here. This right here, this is quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent money, but I ain't really spend no money. You know what I'm saying? But it's benefit me because just in case, you know what I'm saying, I want, you know what I'm saying, twerk these joints for a little bit, it can come back to me. You know what I'm saying? So whole life insurance is your quality. It's your quality. You're going to pay a little bit more for whole life insurance, but you're going to get a little bit more benefits. Whole life is the most well-known and simplest form of permanent life insurance. Permanent life insurance lasts your entire life. Are you listening to me? It's not fixed. It's not for a certain period of time like term life. Whole life lasts your entire life. And it builds a cash value. So you are planning to live with whole life insurance. If you're planning to live, guess how you thinking? Guess how you moving? Young people, listen to me. God is putting this in my heart right now. Guess how you living? Smart. You're moving like a chess piece on a chessboard because you know that as the king, you are important. So you're going to move smart so nobody else's pieces can come take you out. Backdoor you, how the young people say. Backdoor you. You don't want, you got to move smart. So when your life is insured, holy. What? Wait a minute. Oh, wait, pause. Wait a minute. Yeah. Not like that. We sick. We are sick. We are sick our minds. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? People, you know, backdoor you, pause. So you got to make sure that your life is insured. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you are moving smart. So if you know that your whole life insurance that you got put on, that you paying for, you got on your life is going to make money for you and build and build interest and give you money, cash value when you outlive your policy because you living right and moving right. I mean, I think that's the biggest investment. That's better than stock. You know what I'm saying? Because stock definitely going to go down. Even if you fall in life, guess what? And you still making them life insurance, whole life insurance payments, you're going to be up, baby. Whole life insurance is the way to go. So let me finish. So I'm a backtrack. So life is permanent life insurance. It covers you your whole entire life and builds cash value, which covers you until you die. It also provides a cash value account that you can tap for funds later. Listen, did you hear that? So say you got whole life insurance and your policy, so your policy coverage maybe is $500,000, 500,000, right? 500,000. So you got a little additional, just in slip and fall insurance, because you can get that. You don't even know. You can get that just in case something happen, just in case I get shot, just in case I fall down the stairs. I not only can I get whole life insurance, I can put additional insurance on the whole life insurance. Boom, I just put that in there. So say I want 200,000 for the just in case. Right now I'm sitting at about 700,000 worth of dollars on my life to live. Right now, that cash value that I can tap into. You hear me? When later on in life, after I've, paid my policy off and I've outlived my policy, I'm damn near almost a millionaire. And there's some other little insurances you can put. Come on. So if you betting to live, man, if you trying to invest in yourself, the biggest investment is life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I also want to talk to you guys about the last will and testament. So it's good to have whole life insurance. That's definitely a benefit. It's definitely an investment. But a lot of times what people don't understand is if you don't have things put in place legally on paper, your word of mouth means nothing. What you say is you gonna distribute to somebody means nothing in the laws of the land. You need to make sure that included in your whole life insurance is a last will and testament that's legally and binding, and the government has to go by with those words. You don't want to be in a situation where it gets left into interstate, and interstate just means that you don't have a last will and testament, and the government has to try to go by law of what they feel that you would do with your assets and things like that. So why is it important to have a last will and testament? A last will and testament is a legally binding document that allows you to decide in advance how you want your items of your property to be divided up. You get to you get to direct how all of your real estate, automobiles, heirlooms, money, and other things of value you own at the time of your death will be distributed. If you die, now listen, if you die interstate, your estate is settled by the courts, including the distribution of all your assets. Remember I told you. So if you die interstate, that means that you don't have legally binding papers telling the government where you want your assets to go. So they're going to do it on their own. They're going to go by what they feel you wanted to do. And it's not by your wishes. Okay, I can tell you that. Who controls your will? You always want to make sure that in the last will and testament, because you can always, and for people that are out there, you can always change your last will and testament. You can always change your insurance policies. You can put whoever you want to put into it, but you always want to make sure you keep it updated. You know what I'm saying? At least every 5 years, you know what I'm saying? Because things can happen. One person that you may have as a beneficiary on a policy, you know what I'm saying, may have snakes you out some money, and now you hate that hoe. So no, now they got to get off your policy. You know what I'm saying? So, or your man, you know what I'm saying? He's a bitch and he did some wild shit to you, and now you got to take him off the beneficiary. So you can always update your policy. You know what I'm saying? So And so you want to make sure that you have a last will and testament. It's important to make sure that you include that in your whole life insurance policy. Now, who controls your will? It's your executor, the person named in a will to manage the deceased person's estate, called the personal representative in some states. So you always want to make sure that you have a very trustworthy person, an executor of your estate, somebody that you believe will be able to handle and be able to mentally stand, helping distribute your assets to whoever, and making sure that things go in place. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the government, or you don't want somebody that you don't appreciate or that doesn't appreciate you to be over your stuff when you die. You know what I'm saying? That's the wrong move. If you die without a will, it's called a dying intestate. Remember I told you about that earlier. A local probate court then has to decide how to distribute your property. While they follow state intestacy laws, they try to mimic the final wishes of the average person. Your actual wishes remain unknown. So it's very important that you guys, you make it clear and you have a clear understanding of where you want your items to go. You can give anybody anything in your last will. If you want somebody to have, your box full of pictures, you can put that in your last will and testament. The point is that you want to invest in your life. You want to invest in yourselves. I have a lot of, I see a lot of times young people are out here dropping like flies, especially where I'm from in the Washington, D.C. area. You know what I'm saying? A young 16-year-old boy who was on the honor roll in D.C. Just got killed the other day. You know what I'm saying? So these young people definitely are not valuing lives. And I think the parents, you know what I'm saying, because they're young, you know what I'm saying, they don't really have the understanding of, making sure that insurance on themselves and their kids is important, because, you can't depend on people when you die, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? If you left it up to people, man, a lot of people would not be, they'd be cremated every time, you know what I'm saying? So even though there's nothing wrong with being cremated, I'm planning on, you know what I'm saying, being cremated. Nothing wrong with being cremated, but I'm just saying it's good to insure your life. You know what I'm saying? It's good to make sure that you're investing in yourselves, because, you don't want too many GoFundMe's up. I'm against the GoFundMe's with that. So it's good to get the life insurance, invest in that. People don't be cheap on life insurance. They be like, man, the policy is, you know what I'm saying, this much, man. So what? $429 a month for 10 years. So you can get $1 million, nigga. I think it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? At the end, because you're planning to live. So, that concludes my show. I hope I informed some people about life insurance. I hope the life insurance agents that are out there listening to my podcast reach out to me for a motherfucking sponsor. You know what I'm saying? Help me out. I just helped y'all out, because I'm going to help myself out and my family out, you know what I'm saying, by making sure we put life insurance on our lives. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out again to my man Jamil. You know what I'm saying? Right? He is incarcerated right now, and he is pushing his music and his record label, Rated R ENT. The song y'all hear in the background is a song off Ghetto Blues. Off a song off his Rated R ENT label. He have Ghetto Blues coming out. This is called Check, playing now in the background. I want to thank all my listeners, man. I want to thank my viewers on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Google. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you out there streaming us at, man, Townhouse Media, man. I appreciate it. We appreciate you, man. Hey, I want to make sure y'all go like, subscribe, and share this channel, man. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram. Our business page is Treetop Radio LA. We always giving away cash prizes, man. I am looking for entrepreneurs, businesses, brands to reach out to me. I have some wonderful marketing and promotional packages I'm trying to get started. I want to thank my clients like Jamil and Tiffany, that's the Plug's lawyer, for always looking out and asking me to do things so I can build my portfolio. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to donate, though, because there ain't no nation like a motherfucking donation, you hear me? Y'all can send them love donations to money sign Treetop Radio 87. I always appreciate that. Hey, been ready. What's your Cash App and your Instagram name they can follow?
Cash App is $, Ultimate Apparel. That's ALLTUHMENT Apparel. Yeah. Oh, and also Instagram at The Real Ben Ready. TheRealBenReady.
Hope y'all caught that. Hey, y'all know I never go a show or a podcast. Before I say that, make sure y'all tune in next. We got Sports for You coming up. Shout out to my guys at Sports for You. Shout out to my guys at 6 o'clock. Shout out to my guys at No Rules Podcast. Cat versus Dog. My guy, Too Much. Was it Too Much Gang? You know what I'm saying? These are all wonderful shows on Townhouse Media. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ben for giving us the platform, gives the opportunity to shine bright. You know, I never go a show without saying to my baby, I love you. You are awesome. You're amazing. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Just being here, being my manager, guiding me, and elevating me. You know what I'm saying? You already know it's free motherfucking Simba till that man is free. You know what I'm saying? Moco's GOAT, house team shit, long live 9. You know what I'm saying? Free everybody. Shout out to my man Jamil. You know what I'm saying? Big Capitol Heights 41 shit. You feel me? Long live Dino De Niro. Shout out to the whole DMV, man. DC, Maryland, Virginia, you feel me? Hey, Ben ready? We out this bitch.
I'm activated. BBS stay captivated. If I ain't had it, I had to take. Junior spared, I had to make.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I could get some fuck about it, boy. If it's a problem, I'll put up on check. Fuck if I ain't got $1. I start from the bottom and run up on check. What you doing for? My young niggas hit, they gon' shoot for. Skinny get thick, she gon' twerk for. And if she a thot, she gon' fuck for. I got a chain, I got a chain, I got a chain. I got a chain, I got a chain, I got a chain.
Boy, I ain't trippin' cause I got a check. Thinking it's reaching cause I got a check. You can get trippin', yeah, I got a check. You try to walk grippy cause I got a check.
Yeah, Jamil, incarcerated, doing better than most of y'all niggas. Oh, we're free.